Welcome back, champions, to the Unitard Rises to the top 1,000 in Scrolls, where I hope to reign over all the mid-level players. We are playing our mono growth deck, and we could probably throw out the Ilmer to start. And our opponent already has a little rat out. And it's the one time I don't have Return to Nature in my starting hand. But we could draw it, which would be good for us. Return to Nature. Nope. Okay. That's okay. What do we want to do? Maybe languid it. I think that'll work out just fine. It looks like we're playing another mono decay deck. They're very popular. If you watch any of the top ranked players play, you'll notice that almost every match is mono decay versus mono decay. It's really, really popular right now as being the best deck out there. And I'm playing pretty much the exact deck that everybody else is playing. Unfortunately, because there aren't a lot of cards yet, the decks are very limited in your choices. And this is pretty much what I consider to be the best. There's a few things in it that wouldn't be. Hold on, I'm talking way too much. Let's just play. How about that? All right, I have a lot of guys out that I want out. I like Cursemonger. But I'm going to go, I'm going to get rid of one. Because I have 2 Life Stealers that will come out when I hit in 2 turns. So we might as well hold on to them. And then we'll go Life Stealer. Life Stealer. Now, the mono growth deck that most people are playing don't have Life Stealers in it. Mine does. Because I don't have a lot of removal at the moment. I don't have all the removal that I want, so I'm filling up the gap with Life Stealers. So adding creatures instead of removal. For me, the best choice is going to be, we'll sack the Ripper, move you there, and we'll throw out the Hunter behind you. That works. So now he has a choice, and his choice is to step in front. All right. So he has pulled out the Miasma Well, which is going to allow all his poison to do 2. So he must be more focused on poison. I am not at all focused on poison. I don't believe I have very much of it, but thankfully for me, I have an Infectious Blight in my deck. So I'm going to ramp up here by sacking the Loyal Darkling. My Infectious Blight does 1 poison damage every turn, and then when that creature dies from the poison damage, it moves on to something else. What we're going to do is take out his beefy guy. It's going to do 2 damage, though, because of his Miasma Well, which is excellent. So we're going to trade 1 damage here. We're not going to trade. Okay. He's choosing to get a hit on the idol. He may want to die here so that he does 2 damage when his Loyal Darkling dies to this idol, so that it goes down to 7. Mid lane is usually best. All right. Well, I have another Infectious Blight, which is really good for me. If I go out, I take out his Darkling. I throw the Blight on this. I think that's good. Or do I hold on to it? and throw out a life stealer. Well, we're moving up. That's for sure. We have a turn to kind of wait, right? So we might as well put our life stealer out. And see where... Okay, so it went... That's kind of my concern, was that it was taking out the mangy rat. But I also want to make sure that he keeps putting creatures out so that my blights can keep going through his guys until he runs out of cards. Okay, Totem of Suffering is pretty good in the case that now when his guys die, they're going to do 1 damage. This is sort of based on... His deck seems to be like my last deck was, which was all about Watchers and Totems of Suffering, where any creature that dies does damage to the opponent's idol. It's all about killing your own guys. So he may like the fact that I have a Blight out, though he doesn't have a Watcher. When he throws out a Watcher, the Blights aren't going to be as good. So I should probably get my Blight out next turn. And we can start sweeping his deck completely. Alright, he's taking a lot of time to figure out what to do. He's got 10 seconds left. He's only got 1 card. He just didn't pass the turn, I think. Well, the good news is we've got a Harvester. The bad news is I can't play it yet. Should I play it now? My only fear is that he's going to end up with a Watcher. Out. Which I would rather he didn't have. I'm going to Harvester. Because what I can do... is his rat's going to die to Infectious Blight. I can take out this rat here. And I can take 2 damage and I'll get it back when I attack. Unless, of course, he decides to go up. Which is fine. Alright. The Rod Eater is getting an Infectious Blight. Oh, dude. Double Infectious Blights. Well, that's good for us. I don't even need to do that, actually. I can save it. So I'm going to save it. I'm going to throw out a Life Stealer. I'm going to move you to here. Okay. And Life Stealer here. Perfect. All right. Well, he's got a construct in the way. I imagine his goal is to eventually put an Immovore on it, which will not only keep buffing it, but give him a card every turn. We're going to go Oblivion Seeker. I'm probably going to ignore this lane and start moving up now. Searing Shackle on my Harvester, which I'm fine with. We got 2 Infectious Blights, so we can effectively take out anything he puts down. He sort of made it hard for himself by placing down the Miasma Well. It only helps us. Alright, so the question is, we're going to move up. Do we sack an Infectious Blight for Ilmer Witch Doctor? I think we don't. Only because I'm in complete control of this game so far. And I want to be able to take out anything he puts down. There you go. We keep rising to the top 1,000 in scrolls. Once again, another victory. I haven't lost yet with this deck, so we're doing fantastic. I'm super pumped. I am now ranked 1,189. The Unitard gets closer and closer and closer. Welcome back, everybody, to the Unitard Rises to rank 1,000. I think we're playing the same guy we were just playing. He may have just had a really bad draw, though, so we're going to find out how good his deck is if he is the same guy. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't remember, though, because I didn't really look at the name, but he was in my chat. So I'm pretty sure this is the guy that we just played. So he's going to be Mono Decay. We're Mono Decay. My deck is pretty powerful. And this is a decent draw. We got Brain Lice, we got Damning Curse, we got a Harvester, and Infectious Blight. So massive amounts of control to start off the match for us. And even more control with Soul Steal, though Soul Steal isn't going to work for us right now. So we're going to sack it. And we're going to throw down our own Tribesman. And we could probably Damning Curse it. Well, Brain Lice isn't going to kill it. But before it can attack me, I can Damning Curse it. He has another one. Well, he's doing better than he was in the first match. Brain Lice won't kill it. So let's throw out our Harvester. And we'll go to mid. Since we're already engaged, we might as well. I think I'll Damning Curse it, though, next turn. Holy... Wow! That was a good hand for him. That's a really good hand. Okay. So... I think I get rid of Brain Lice here. I use the Damning Curse. I like Brain Lice a lot. It's going to draw me a card. And it okay. So I'm going to Damning Curse. And... pass turn. Alright, back to the Totem of Suffering. I'm expecting he has some Watchers. He's probably got 3 Totems, 3 Watchers. That's what I had. I had lots of removal. All the removal that I could either remove my own creatures or opponent creatures. I had 3 Harvesters, 3 Totems, 3 Watchers. It's virtually the same deck I have now, just without 3 Watchers. I only have 2. And without any Totems, I took them all out. I had 1, but that was just because I didn't have a lot of room. Alright. So we Infectious Blight his Ilmer, and then it will die at the end of this turn. And we will now take 2 damage from his Ripper, who also now has the Blight on her, which is okay. I can Languid his tribesman, but that won't save my own tribesman from dying. Double Languid will. Do I want to double Languid a tribesman? Or do I want to just Blightbearer in front? Okay. I think we'll Languid and Blightbearer. We're going to move up, though. Oh. I am going to Languid. This attacks next turn, so I'm going to Languid that. Because it's doing immediate damage. I'm going to take 4 from his Rod Eater. Beetlestone is a strange thing to play. I don't like Beetlestones at all. I understand what his deck is trying to do, but for me, Beetlestones don't work very well. A Beetlestone, you put 1 down, and when you put another 1 down, it does 2 random damage to any idol. The Beetlestone, then one of them disappears. The one that was already down disappears. It goes back onto the top of your deck. So you can continuously do 2 to the idol, but you're not drawing new cards. And I kind of have a problem with that. Okay, so we're going to take 3 damage from the Rod Eater. But what we can do instead is move them down and put my Life Stealer in front. His Ripper dies. He does 3 damage to my Life Stealer. That's okay. Yeah. That's the plan. The reason why I moved everybody out of the lane of the Blightbearer is because when the Blightbearer dies, he poisons everything in the row, including my own creatures. So I want to make sure that my own guys do not get poisoned. I'm, of course, going to explain this for people who don't know Scrolls. Most people do. But I find even when I watch games that I know, I sometimes get confused with why certain moves are being made. When I watch Magic: The Gathering or Hearthstone is one I watch a lot lately. Holy dude! Why did he do that? Wow. I'm not sure why he doubled up on my Asthma Wells. I guess it kills my Blightbearer. But he has an Infectious Blight on, which is going to... It's going to rip through his guys now. It works for me. Sure does. I have to move my Blightbearer up. Because he's going to die, I believe, this turn. And I don't need to do 3 damage to the Ilmer. Though if I do, it dies. Okay. If I do hit it for 3, it will die. I'm not worried about the Miasma Wells, because he doesn't have any poison on me. But I have poison. Okay, so my Blightbearer died. It didn't do any poison damage. It was beside my Witch Doctor, so it turned into a husk. So win-win for me. Damning Curse to take care of my Watcher, or not my Watcher, my my dude. Okay. So he has Infectious Blight. He does attack though next turn. And it won't move on to any creatures because there are no other creatures on the board. So I should be content with just taking him out. And I am. All right. It was going to force him to not play a creature, but it doesn't look like he's playing one anyway. He's playing a Bitter Root, which will effectively kill anything that hits it. Damning Curse, which I don't need yet. I'd rather have a creature out. All right, we're going to throw down an Ilmir Hunter. We have an Infectious Blight if we decide we need it. And I think for the time being, we'll stay where we are. Though it looks like we're moving up because we don't want to hit that root. Oh, I totally could have hit it with my Witch Doctor. I should have moved down. I actually could have taken that out with my Witch Doctor and not received poison damage. My mistake. Not really a big deal, though. Alright, Infectious Blight. Well, once again, we are victorious. I didn't have any doubts. We moved up to rank 1,108. Our opponent gave up. He really didn't have much of a chance of winning that match. Anyway, I had the same, sort of the same deck as him, just a little bit better than he does. Anyway, we are now 1,108. We are getting closer and closer and closer to our goal of rank 1,000. Can't wait. It's coming soon, so stay tuned for more of the Unitard's rise to the mid-level 1,000 in Scrolls. See you guys next time.